So, welcome back to a win. Yeah, I didn't do it yesterday. I was scheduling and just time frame. I just couldn't get to it. So, I'm getting to it now. And let's see here. Where am I? Sprites Tia. Not Sprites Tia. I'm sorry, that was a different one. Who was it? Oh, SpongeBob 64 Man asked the question, who would win in a fight? Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star versus Violence Jack from Violence Jack. And from that little intro, you can probably tell which one of these I'm a bit more familiar with. Now, Kenshiro, I'm more familiar with. I actually never really watched Fist of the North Star, but I know enough about it. I know it's like in a post-apocalyptic world. He's the master of a martial art. He's the strongest member of strongest user of the martial art in like 1,200 years. And the martial art allowed him to be like a physical powerhouse, skin like steel to some degree, and with using pressure points and manipulating the body, he pretty much blew people up. More the way I actually read it is that he manipulates the chi, whatever you want to call it, the essence, life essence in people, sealing it up and moving it around different places. You can manipulate bodies and stuff like that because of that. And normally, people blew up because of that. People's heads exploded. And he can also heal people, things along those lines. So there's that. Violence Jack is not one I was familiar with. Now, when looking him up, apparently Violence Jack is like a giant of some kind, like a guy that was found buried under rubble, and he goes and he kind of fights for good, more or less. Now he's like, by giant I mean like probably like 7 to 10 feet tall. And he has a jackknife that's about 18 centimeters long, or 40 centimeters long, which translates just under 18 inches, like 17 inches. So he's got a big old jackknife, hence Violence Jack. And he's got super strength, super durability. He can also create avatars of himself that one's a child, one's a large woman, or a large bare-chested woman. Go figure. And they can turn into a bird and fly around, and he can turn into other things and move around. So being supernatural, obviously he's got some level of supernatural element to him, but I can't, obviously, as someone who only has limited resources and knowledge of him, I can't be certain. So, going by the knowledge I have of both these characters, who would win the fight? Well, let's say this fight breaks down and, I don't know, they square off in a apocalyptic wasteland, which both these do take place in. And, the character says, like, you're already dead. That was always Kenshiro's lines. Like, once the guy's like, I'm going to kill you. He's like, how can you? You're already dead. And they blow up because he created basically touch of death. And then there you go. Now, if Jack might go in there, he kind of, charges in, has a knife. Kenshiro is just void, and then just boom. I mean, I don't know a great deal about Violence Jack, but I do know that, I mean, as far as I can tell, he might have a strong, higher level durability than most normal people, but he's not immortal, I don't think. So yeah, and he must have some sort of, we'll call it chi in this case, the ability to use chi or whatever the equivalent would be in his world to Kenshiro's, simply because he could transform into like avatars of some kind. He has avatars he manipulates. So he's got to have some level of chi or energy in him that he's controlling. And then if you seal that up and do exactly what Kenshiro normally does, Kenshiro wins. But be fair, he also has his avatar. So the little kid avatar, a muscular kid, and the female avatar, kind of naked, but whatever, bare-breasted, muscular woman come in. They'll try to fight Kenshiro, and Kenshiro will just stop them and kill them. I mean, it's a pretty basic fight when you think of it, because Kenshiro was able to heighten his strength, heighten his durability, tank bullets, tank most like knives, and he can even heal himself. So, like, the jackknife won't do anything. Physically speaking, even if Violence Jack and his forms are stronger than Kenshiro, which there's nothing to say they are, Kenshiro is far more skilled fighter in the sense that he can avoid he's far more trained in actual formal combat, therefore he knows how to avoid and dodge easier. And then wait for the appropriate strike, and then just Miyagi touch of death these guys. So, I mean, is there any conceivable way that these guys win? Because this doesn't seem fair to some degree, but just because I don't know a great deal about them, I gotta say not really. I'm gonna have to give this one to Kenshiro. But I mean, hey, if you know the character of Violence Jack better than I do, and I'm certain there's probably most people who are watching this who do, please let me know if you know of a legitimate way that Violence Jack beats Kenshiro, and I will change that opinion and I'll put it in the comment below. It's like, here, having heard the facts, I'm now going to give my I'm going to give my updated take on the fight. But for right now, I gotta go 100%. Okay, I'll give a 1% that maybe Jack gets the knife through his head or something. Unlikely, but it's a big ass jackknife, so who knows? Um, but yeah, I gotta give it to Kenshiro overall. But hey, let me know if you think different. Like I said, put in the comments below. Let me know. Let's have a nice little discussion about it. If you have an idea for who would win, Star Wars, Super Hero, Magic, what if, anything to do in the channel, put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to it at some point. Insidious 4 will be this week. I'll have another Who run in just a little bit. Stay tuned on between Tuesday and Wednesday for my best of the year videos. And yeah, there'll be another Who Would Win tomorrow and on Wednesday as well, because that's just the normal routine. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.